Hello, this is Eileen, the environmental educator, and in this video, we're going to talk about water. It's a popular topic down there in the Southwest, and right now, Arizona is restricting Phoenix home construction amid water shortage, and this was covered a bunch of places here. Arizona limits new housing around Phoenix because of dwindling water supply. Um, Here's the Guardian. Arizona limits future home building due to lack of groundwater. So it says action set to slow population growth for one of the most rapidly expanding areas in the U.S. amid the mega drought. So somebody has to do something because people can't live where there isn't water. That is just um, basic rule number one. And so this is Axios. This was covered a lot of places. And let's just take a look at it here. It says that the Arizona Department of Water Resources stands to slow population growth for the Phoenix active management area, home to 4.6 million people, one of the most rapidly expanding areas of the United States. And they concluded that over the next 100 years, that there would be a projected water shortfall of about 4.86 million acre feet, and that kind of doesn't seem like a lot. That's 6 billion cubic meters, and it is a lot. Um, Right here, this Axios article says that an acre foot is about 326,000 gallons, which is enough for 2 to 3 houses for a year. And an acre foot is, an acre of land, a foot of water sitting on top of an acre of land, basically. And that's a lot of water, 326,000 gallons. So divided by 3 homes, divided by 3 and then by 365, that would come out to about 297 gallons a day. And if you divided that by 2 homes by 365 days a year, that's about 446 and a half gallons of water a day. So Americans definitely use a lot of water. Okay, and yeah, you right here it says this is a reality check. We need to have the water supplies in order to grow, which, yes, is basic 101. And that is why the experts said the measure was certain to slow home building in an area representing over half the state's populations. And Arizona has imposed these restrictions in other areas, and not all of the greater Phoenix area requires a certification, but a lot of the new homes that they want to develop are part of this certification where a builder, they have to meet the 100-year demand for ground use water. And so the Home Builders Trade Association said theirs is the only industry required to meet that demand for groundwater, even though new homes have doubled their water efficiency in recent years and already restock the groundwater they consume through the Central Arizona Groundwater Replenishment District. Now, I'm not sure how that all works, but groundwater, it's aquifers deep underground, and it takes, if you start depleting the groundwater, it takes a long time to fill that aquifer up. That aquifer has filled up potentially over thousands of years, and we are depleting them in a matter of decades. And they say that the restrictions could affect some of the fastest growing suburbs of the nation's fifth largest city. So Phoenix is America's fifth largest city. And they said that developers could still build in affected areas, but would need to find alternative water sources to do so, such as surface or recycled water. So yeah, those right. They would have to find. Keyword there. So good luck with that in a desert. Water isn't just something that you come across and find. but the person that whatever happened with that election, who's holding the office of the governor, said nobody who has water is going to lose their water. But and they said that right now there's 80,000 unbuilt homes that will be able to move forward because they already have assured water supply certificates in the Phoenix active management area. So 80,000 new homes are still going to move forward, but after that, things are going to be slowed down. And the interesting thing is that under a 1980 law aimed at protecting the state's aquifers, Phoenix, Tucson, and other Arizona cities have restrictions on how much water they can pump, but in rural areas, there are few limitations on the use. And so I guess after those 80,000 new homes that have the permission to build, they said that developers would likely weigh whether they want to continue to buy relatively cheap land and incur the cost of developing a whole new water supply versus purchasing land that is probably more expensive without the boundaries of a designated city. And this Guardian article says that, the model they used for this 100-year prediction ultimately shows that their water future is secure because it notes that the model relates only to groundwater, which is aquifers, deep under the ground, and does not concern surface water supplies, which are a significant source of renewable water for our state, which that would mostly be the Colorado River. And we all know that, yeah, they're right here, the Colorado River. So Arizona, one of the driest states, gets about a third of its water from the Colorado River. So, and we all know that, the states are still trying to hammer out if they can come to an agreement as to who's going to cut their water use because we're using more water than the Colorado has. And right here, Spencer Camps, a lobbyist for the Home Builders Association of Central Arizona, said that he isn't aware of any available supplies in the short term and that he expects the cost of housing will be significantly impacted, which I think everybody assumes means that the price of housing will just continue to increase. So Phoenix, America's fifth largest city, is about to just experience a slowdown because when you are out there in the parched desert, you have to have a water supply in order for humans to survive. And right now, water in the Southwest, especially with an increasing population, is just becoming more of a needed resource than it's been. So right now, Arizona is taking action, trying to protect its 100-year plan and assure the people that are there that there will be water for them. And this is just one small step. So stay tuned, people.